all. Thanks for coming in most of you quietly. Hello. So today we have a very special privilege because we have a very special guest that's come to us for inquiry. Now this is Daniel Younghusband, or Dan Younghusband, and he's a family friend of mine from lots of years now, eh?
Yep.
Yeah, our parents are really good friends. So Dan's come in for our inquiry ki te Tahunanui, and he has had an amazing, inspiring life story so far. Lots of ups and downs and lots of nice experiences that he would like to share with you that he's had to show lots of resilience through. Who can remind me what resilience means? What's resilience, Ben?
When you don't give up.
You don't give up. Ka pai. What else do you want to add, Jennifer?
And you overcome stuff.
Overcoming things. Well done, Josh. Bouncing back from things. So there's been lots of experiences in Dan's life where he's shown that resilience, and he's come with us, especially into Tahuna, to share it with us today, and to inspire us for our ki te Aranui inquiry when we share our stories in a creative way. So give him a big clap.
So hello everyone. I hear you are all doing your stories and challenges. As you can see, my stories and challenges will be very different from yours. But all of yours will be worth telling. But this is my story. This is my life, the life of Daniel Younghusband. I've had a fortunate life, yes I have. Although I've been fortunate, I've had an unlucky, unfortunate start. As I was born in Zimbabwe, I weighed 3 pounds, or just under, it's 1.5 kgs to be exact. And I was born with something called sickle syndrome, which is why I look different. The doctors didn't expect me to live for very long, so I'm still here. Anyway, I was also born with very poor eyesight, which we didn't find out till later on in my school years, when I couldn't read the blackboard. And in New Zealand, I'm classified as legally blind. I'm going to share with you a little bit about my life stories. This is a picture of me running athletics at school, and I always came first from the back. But I got the biggest chair though.
Yay.
And when you have a disability, some kids stare and it doesn't feel nice. It makes you angry inside, but what you're born with is what you got. You can't change it. But what you can do is learn to overcome it, as that is the true test of your courage. In 2002, I moved to New Zealand with my family, and 6 months after that, I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. To make matters worse, I didn't like needles, and I was insulin dependent. And 6 months after that, I did an outdoor education course and got the opportunity to walk up Mount Arthur. I'm sure some of you may have been there, may not have. It's not a very easy walk, it's quite a big climb. Anyway, I also had to learn to control my diabetes with the exercise. So if I was too high, I would give myself some insulin, and if I was too low, I would have to eat something. Anyway, we carried on and eventually got to the top. And what a view it was. Felt like I was standing on top of the world. It was amazing. I was quite proud that I had got to the top because I wouldn't be able to do it at the moment. And in 2011, I earned my black belt in Sato Karate. I trained for 7 years before I did this grading. And in those 7 years, I had to learn all the names and strikes in Japanese, as it was a Japanese martial arts. But I also had to watch the teachers very carefully when they were demonstrating, but even sometimes I couldn't see what they were doing. So that's why I had to learn the names very quickly. And I didn't want to copy anybody in case they got it wrong. So during this grading, by the time I got to that grade, my strength of my body, especially my legs, had become very weak, which we don't know why, but they did. And at this grading, I was only just able to get up off the floor. But I persevered and eventually earned my black belt. This was the hardest thing that I had ever done, and afterwards I felt like I could achieve anything since I did my black belt. Now, some challenges are too great for my disability, as I wanted to be a personal trainer, and I studied for 3 years and worked at several different gyms for the next 5 years. And I wanted to do this because I wanted to help people. But unfortunately, the strength of my body had become so weak that I was unable to continue with this career. So it was very frustrating and not a very good time. But as I say, when one door closes, another door opens. And I ended up creating my micro business, which is making power jewelry. Two lovely ladies that helped me out with that, and we come up with all different designs and things like that, which we have over here. We have all sorts of things, the jewelry, and it's going really well at the moment, even with COVID. And since then, I've written my autobiography, which I called "A Man Makes His Own Luck." I called it that because you make your own luck in life. So what I've learned along the way is to accept who I am, made the most of my abilities. I also set goals ahead because it helps me to move forward in life. But I've worked extremely hard to overcome my challenges, and I've always stayed positive and never given up. So I hope in hearing my story has helped you to think about your own life. Thank you.